Hey, welcome back everybody to the SoCal Classic Car Podcast. I am your host, Jay Morash, and I'm here with my father, Dean, for another go-around of the SoCal Classic Car Podcast. It's been a hot minute, but that kind of seems to be the regular rhythm of these things, right, Dad? That we're not really doing it consistently once a week, but you know, we'll do it when the inspiration strikes.
Yeah, it's our rhythm, but maybe not our customers' rhythm, right? I mean, we make up our own rhythm.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe people would get annoyed of our voice pretty fast.
I think
if we did about a once a week
you think
thing.
That's it? I think Kiel says, hey, it's time for a podcast. We do what Kiel says. I think that really counts.
Or maybe we were just bored around here.
It could be, but we just thought we had some pretty exciting stuff to share, and it's time. We're way overdue. We got some critical milestones coming up out in the car scene, and
critical milestones.
Certainly for us at SoCal Classic, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, there's stuff going on, Jay.
There is some stuff going on.
It's time.
And we do have some personal stuff that we have to share with you. For all of our audience out there on SoCal Classic, whether you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, on our website, or if you're one of our car storage customers, we do have some announcements to make, regarding just personal celebrations and all that.
Yeah, we're excited to share that stuff with you. I mean, it's big stuff. So we'll get to that in a hot minute. But
we can get to one of those things right now. I don't know if you've been seeing these lately, but on YouTube we've been having our hot take videos of us commenting on cars that we see on Mecum Auctions or Barrett Jackson or something like that. So I think we kind of we're going for the Joan Rivers red carpet critique on the cars there.
Good analogy.
What do you think?
I was thinking ESPN too when they do Monday Night Football, and the alternative broadcast.
You're talking about Eli and Peyton?
That's great stuff. That's been going on for 6 years, and
but I think they're nicer than us.
Are they really? I don't know.
Yeah, they just.
So
I don't think they dig into a guy unless they make a real boneheaded play.
I would think Peyton would.
Because I think we go for the jugular sometimes with those.
Do you think Peyton is too close to the NFL and can't be brutally honest? Is that the problem?
I don't know. He's definitely making a lot more money on promotions than he is ever as an NFL player.
Hey, it's a fun, it's a really fun format. We're really enjoying that. I don't know about you, Jay. It feels like it's a natural. Jay and I are offering our own commentary. Me from the boomer perspective, Jay from Gen what?
Moomer, millennial boomer.
Yeah, so it's great.
Son of the boomer.
Because we really got a long period of time perspective. Probably between the two of us, 50, 60 years of cars, and so I think our insight's pretty good. We've been sitting around and doing work.
Well, the ironic thing is that actually I think I'm a fiercer critic than you are.
Yeah, you're pretty tough.
Well, when it comes to grading cars, I think I definitely actually am a lot more nitpicky than you are.
Yeah, I think you're a little more nitpicky. I've got an eclectic taste, and that eclectic taste leaves a lot of room for interpretation.
Yeah, but I'm not as knowledgeable as you when it comes to knowing what to look for, because you can look at say some 69 Camaro and you're like, oh well, it didn't have that, it had that carburetor, it had all those different things in there. I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, but we're really enjoying that format. Give us some feedback. We love it because we're not hyping it up. We're just being honest from our own perspective, what we think. Hey, we love that. That's hitting a home run. Wow, what's with that paint job? What are they thinking about with those wheels, right?
Honestly, it's more fun to look at the uglier cars.
Yeah, great point.
Yeah. That makes for more interesting content. But of course, we also like commenting on the really nice cars too.
Yeah. But our intent with that whole format is to kind of give you alternative programming over what you see on some of these auctions, when really they're in a position where Peyton probably is, where they got to like everything, right? So we're right there with you, and we look forward to sharing those videos with you more and more. Kiel's doing a heck of a job. It's a lot of work to do the production of those, don't you think? Don't you think Kiel's doing a great job, or not really?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
He's doing okay.
He's checking it in.
Yeah, all right. I don't know what he's doing.
He's going through the motions.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so enough of that, but please look up. Most of those are on YouTube, are they? Is that right?
Yeah, YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah. So we're really doing well on both those particular platforms. Really, again, give it to Kiel. He kicked off our TikTok, and super excited about that, where we are with our follows. And YouTube, he's really reinvigorated that. So.
Yeah, at SoCal Classic on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram too. But these videos are not necessarily going on Instagram because that's mostly for the car heads on our Instagram page.
And we got different age groups, different target markets on all those platforms. And what appeals to each and every one of those platforms is totally different. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, different age groups, different interest in cars. So. Again, we're busy navigating all that, and we think we're pretty comfortable where we're at.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So that's just one of our many content ideas. Maybe you should comment on this video and see what kind of content that you'd want to see when it comes to our takes and everything like that. Or you can just tell us that we're dead wrong, which is also fine too.
Yeah, we like being wrong. Jason and I argue about wrong and right all the time. So why not have other people enter the mix, I say.
Right.
Hey, so speaking of big announcements, Jay, I mean, we've got a pretty monumental anniversary coming up here, technically December 1st, but some may argue earlier in November. But it's our 10-year anniversary of the grand opening of SoCal Classic Car Storage.
Yay!
Hold on. Oh.
All right.
Garage
10
clap.
years. How many of those years have I been here? 7?
Yeah, I was going to say 6 or 7. Yeah.
6, 7. Yes, I knew it was going to come.
Get it in.
I knew that it was going to show up in this video.
6, 7. Hey, 41.
Dean just learned about 6, 7 today.
Hey.
And so, but Dad, see, there it is right there. That's what 6, 7 is. It's not, it doesn't mean anything. Well, it's just when you notice the pattern, right? So here's the thing. You can excuse me for that 6, 7 because here's my take. You're allowed to do a 6, 7 as long as the context is appropriate for that.
I don't
because he just said 6 or 7 years. So therefore, I was allowed to say 6, 7.
Why is Kiel not entertained with this whole conversation? But
Kiel is cringing the Gen Z brain rot. That's why.
It's because Kiel's generation is too old for this, and I think what he's saying is, stop trying to be cool, you old dudes.
Well, I mean, I'm in youth ministry, so they'd say 6, 7 like every 5th word.
I heard it's kind of it's an elementary thing.
No, but it's not. No, it's high school, and it's anybody who's in K through 12 right now.
Can we say 41 too?
But yes, I've been at the company for about 6, 7 years. Yeah. Kind of crazy. Where did my life go?
I don't know, Jay. But you know what's amazing about the whole thing is I remember some things that people said when I first got started. I got a lot of support from a lot of people. You were a big supporter, and you've always been there for me. And Rachel, my wife, has been there, and friends and family. So I thank everybody that was so supportive early and often. But I think that the few things that stick out are the comments some people made. Like, now, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? I don't want you to get hurt. Are you sure? And I think people were genuinely worried. But, when I look back to those comments, and I think people were genuinely worried, I think they were trying to caution me, to be careful, not lose a lot of money. What happens if you fail? And so I'm just super grateful that here we are at 3 buildings, 160, 170 cars.
Yeah, I never got a bad feeling about it. But yet again, I was doing my own thing when you first started it. I was like, okay, do whatever you want.
Sure, you were all like,
I was up in Northern California, doing my own dream job, right? Or at least I thought. Yeah.
But I do remember the first month, I had 2 paying customers. And I had a couple of non-paying customers.
Yeah. How many times did you shit your pants during that first year?
I think there was a total of 5 cars in here that first month, and only 2 of them were paying customers. Yeah. I don't know. It's good to not. One thing as a piece of business advice is it's good not to worry while other people are worrying. Because when you start something like this, it's better off to dive in and not spend your time worrying. I think you need to do a lot of preparation but it's almost great to be monocular in your approach, because if you really thought about what you're doing and the risk you were taking, I don't think you'd do it.
Yeah.
Because very capital intensive business. Buildings are super capital intensive.
Well, you know, it's almost as if they say ignorance is bliss, right? Or what is it? Han Solo, never tell me the odds.
Yeah, never tell me the odds.
Because what are the odds that most, like, first time small businesses usually fail? What, like 80% of the time?
Oh, for sure.
More than 3/4 of the time?
Absolutely. But you know what? I think we are the beneficiaries of a couple of things. One is South Orange County being really supportive and responding favorably to our services. But I think, you know, we've done a good job of differentiating ourselves and focusing on really good customer service and offering a wide breadth of services. Don't you think?
I think so. I think that we've established ourselves as quite a great brand. You know, while we may not be as showy or as sharp on like a branding edge.
Yeah.
You know,
we don't have a hipster vibe.
No, we're definitely not like, we don't have that like social media inauthentic veneer to us, you know. And the real thing that we've shown is that we're trusted members of this community. I think we're friends with most, if not all, of our customers. And they, you know, keep coming back, and then we get great referrals. And it's just been really incredible to serve the South Orange County community and to really get to know a lot of cool people and to talk cars and even life with them. You know, it's cool. It's like some of our customers are some of our best friends around here, right? Yeah,
and I think that's a great point, Jay. I'd never anticipated developing friends with my customers. I never even thought through that. But some of them have become very good friends of not just me, but the rest of the staff, like you, Jay. And
I'm your friend, Dad?
Oh, very much so. One of my bestest friends.
Oh, man.
But I think what surprises me is a lot of these people are pretty high wealth, have high disposable income, but they really do give you the shirt off their back. They're super helpful in our business. And, you know, isn't that a wonderful thing when people say, oh, you know, people with wealth are not nice people? My experience is the opposite. Especially car people. Well, maybe it's a car people thing. But car people come in here and we're all equals, Jay.
Yep.
Every diversity of car or wealth stature, we're all on the same level. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's
maybe that's one of the tenets of SoCal Classic too, right?
Yeah, well, what's the vibe, right? The vibe is like you're the rich dude, but you come in wearing flip-flops. This isn't the yacht club, you know?
No, we don't see a lot of sweaters.
No, this is
wrapped around the neck.
This is beach wear, you know. This is almost like the beach club.
The Tilly's of the beach club.
Yeah, right. The rich dudes that wear all the stuff they bought from Tilly's.
Yeah, I still shop at Tilly's. I
think you got the black skinny jeans.
Yeah, thank you, Tilly's, for all those years of trying to keep me looking young.
Oh my God,
I'm not killing Jay young.
You know, you should go in there and just say 6'7", dude. Just go right in there with like a Volcom shirt on, some really tight skinny jeans.
Wait a minute.
And just go 6'7".
I hate to change the subject.
Like, I want to see that.
I hate to change the subject, but do they still make Volcoms? I mean, is that brand still alive?
Yeah, dude, Volcom's great, man. Volcom's always good.
Well, Quicksilver went BK the other day. I'm sad to hear that.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, thanks, everybody. You know, as we morph into this social media more and more, I think with our various platforms.
Yeah, hopefully we can be consistent with the podcast.
Please follow, like, all that stuff, all those buttons that Keel understands. But, you know, I think it's a metamorphosis of our business. I mean, we don't do this part of the business, podcasting and social media, to make money or to generate revenue. We do it because we're an integral part of this community, and we enjoy it, and we like sharing our thoughts with you, and what we love and what we're passionate about. So, how about that?
Wow.
I just made that up.
That was very nice.
Well, I feel
that was very nice.
I feel very sincerely about that. Hopefully,
very altruistic of you.
Hopefully, it came off sincerely. All right. So, Jay, what else do you want to talk about? We got a few other things to chit chat about.
Well, okay. What's the car market looking like, Dad?
Wow.
Tell me about the car market. We've been selling some cars lately around here, and we've been commenting on auctions and all that.
Yes, auctions. So, yeah, it's the $1 million question, Jay. I think we almost like to tackle it every 2 or 3 months because it's relevant. A lot of people are concerned about this market, and some of it's self-serving. Hey, my car. Should I sell my car right now? Is it a bad time? A lot of people, that's what they lead with when they want us to sell their car. Is now a good time?
And is there even such a thing as a good time?
No, I don't think so. Unless your car's appreciating.
I think there is such a thing as a bad time,
yes.
But I don't know if there is ever such thing as a good time.
No, your car is not a Shohei Ohtani 2018 rookie card, okay? Now that would be a good time to sell your Shohei card right now. But you know what? I think.
But it all depends on what your goal is. That's what you always got to keep in mind when you're selling your car. What do you really want it for? Do you need to liquidate in order to pay for something? Do you want to just cash in?
Right.
What do you want to do? Now, if you're just looking to cash in, then yeah, you should probably try to time it, but you should be realistic if you're looking to just liquidate an asset.
Well, we've sold probably 5 or 6 cars in the last 2 or 3 months, easy.
Yeah.
And not all of them high dollar cars. Matter of fact, they've ranged anywhere from $75,000 to $8,000, believe it or not.
Yeah. So we've sold everything in between right now.
Yeah, and so you've sold a couple, Ron sold a couple, I think I sold one, I think John sold one.
Yep.
So what does all this mean? I think what it means is it's a very healthy market, but it requires that
demand is high right now.
Yeah,
so demand. Well, I mean, that's just the market in general right now. The demand curves in the market is fine. There's demand. Consumer confidence might not be that strong, but among older people, it definitely certainly is. Anybody above, like, what is that? I saw on Fox Business the other day that consumer confidence is down 35 and younger, but anybody 35 and older, consumer confidence is up.
Yeah, well, I think they've put a number too. People that earn $75,000 and below have little to no confidence, and people over that threshold are super confident in the economy.
So upper middle class and above have confidence in the economy right now, and they do want to spend money.
Yeah, but my only advice right now is from a timing perspective is be realistic. Right now, cars are selling when our customers are realistic about their expectations, and they're not wedded to how much they got in the car.
Yeah,
which rarely works out anyway.
So the expectation comes down to the seller, what they're gonna get for the car.
100%.
So the demand is there, but the price to, like, the demand to pay premium prices for it is not there.
It's just not there. There might be a few exceptions. Certain Porsches are going up in value.
It's a buyer's market right now. I think it is for sure.
And we have a few Ferraris out there and maybe a Ford GT and some other cars that are appreciating. But 95% of the cars that are here are depreciating, right, Jay?
Right. Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm not picking on anybody, but my advice is be realistic. If you want to sell your car, the market's fine.
Well, I've always said this. It's just like, well, if you're in cars to invest, then, liquidate a car that you think is going down and then put it back into the market and you'll get your money back, Yeah. Just don't get too... I think it's really hard not to take car buying and investing personally.
Yeah.
Because you can see it.
Well, sure.
Right? You can see it. It's not like a stock, I mean, but even then, people for for intangible assets though, like people still get they get their pride all hung up on what they bought.
You lose money in the stock market, it's personal.
Yeah.
It feels personal.
But I think more tangible assets feel more personal than just
100%.
intangible ones.
Yeah, because sitting in your garage, you got to look at it every day.
Yeah,
but my advice, because the market isn't a buyer's market, don't try to flip a car right now. Do not try to buy a car and make money. This is definitely more of a buyer's market, or a seller's market right now, or a buyer's market. So do not try to flip a car right now. We've seen some examples recently where people have lost a lot of money, because of hidden expenses.
But if you're looking to liquidate at a fair price right now, it's a good time. If you want to get money out of out of cars right now, it's a good time.
100%.
Yeah, get it out, but you have to be realistic about the price.
Correct.
But if you're willing to be realistic, you can liquidate real fast in this market, in my opinion.
Sure.
Yeah.
We recently have sold a 67 Mustang, and that did really well.
Yeah.
And we sold a 66 Mustang, and they both did well, but it may not be the premiums that people used to pay for that.
Right.
And I snuck that in on you, and you didn't catch it, so we're just going to move on.
Speaking of premiums, Las Vegas is a premium now, and that might be affecting SEMA 2025 coming up.
Oh,
what are your thoughts on that? You wanted to talk about some type of SEMA preview, but looks like that the economics of Las Vegas are impacting all these shows at the current moment. Is it just because Vegas has just gone really expensive? And I mean, what I'm hearing is that Zoomers don't even want to show up to Las Vegas because they're not really interested.
What is that, a Zoomer? Is that somewhere between a boomer and a
It's like someone that's
millennial?
like younger than like 1998.
Oh, a Zoomer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so it's just like I think that younger audiences are just not into going to Las Vegas. But so how does this, what have you heard about like SEMA 2025 coming up, and how is Vegas's financial woes affecting it in your opinion?
Well, here's what I think about Vegas. I think Vegas went from being a cheap, affordable, fun experience for a lot of people in my generation. We used to go there for the 99-cent shrimp cocktail, or the free drinks all over. Or
$20 all-you-can-eat buffet.
$20 all-you-can-eat buffet, but the food was extremely cheap. It was easy to get a comp room.
Yeah.
Stuff like this. So it was really inexpensive for young people in their 20s and 30s to go there for a cheap weekend.
Yeah, just as long as you were gambling at the tables.
That's right.
Care,
so
right?
it was like an alternative to going to Mexico. Hey, you don't have any money, but you could always go to Vegas. So now contrast that 40 years later with Las Vegas is really for rich people. $50 to park overnight.
$20 water bottles.
$30 and $40 room fees every night.
Yeah.
So what? So they could advertise Las Vegas. Well, guess what? Everything's so expensive now. The average Joe can't go. It's like trying to go to the Dodger game. The family doesn't go anymore. So how many rich people are there to support all those hotels in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough. So that's my basic theory is Vegas has priced everybody out except people that are making 200 grand and more.
Yeah.
And now, how does that affect SEMA?
What are you hearing about how it's going to affect SEMA?
I think
we have some people that are going.
Because, hey, we're a small company, right? We got 4 or 5 people that work here. Are we going to send a staff of 3 people to stay at $300 rooms for 4 nights and eat, $50 burgers and fries and $30 drinks?
Forget that.
Doesn't sound too attractive.
No.
So I think a lot of companies, that are making cars, man, they're just barely making it, right? They spent $300,000 making that car, and they got a customer who's paying $200, and they're hoping they're getting a lot of street cred out of it. That probably will happen, but if you drop 4 or 5 grand expenses on top of getting your car there and back, I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense anymore. Honestly, to me, there's a lot cheaper ways to roll out your car. Quarantine Cruise is a great venue. What about those kind of shows as an alternative to rolling something out in SEMA in a big way?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
there
was no going back. There was no going back from when, SEMA really struggled in the midst of the pandemic, right?
That was brutal.
And it doesn't seem like Las Vegas itself has done a good job of like really coming back economically. Maybe SEMA needs to get a new venue. Maybe it needs a new location.
Hey, we were talking about
a new vibe.
We talked about Chipotle today. It could be the Chipotle phenomenon. Everything went up, and Kiel was asking the question, when do things go down? Well, I think once they go up, do they really ever go down?
There seems to be an inversion, right? Like the prices are higher, but the quality is lower.
Yeah, you said
right, and so the price is no longer justified for the quality, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, like Chipotle now, you get I got a burrito like the size of my hand but yet it's not even, it doesn't taste as good as it was.
So,
or you're gonna go to $7 at Starbucks now, when like Starbucks not only was cheaper 10, 15 years ago, but it was also tasted better.
You don't want to pay $6 for a mocha, Jay? That's not even a grande.
In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A, it's all the same. It's like what we're noticing is that the prices are higher, but the quality is less. Or maybe the quality appears to be less because of, for the price that you're paying for it, you expect a better value, but you're not getting it.
The value proposition isn't there. So I think it's the same thing that's going on with Chipotle and a lot of these places. I think Kale brought up an $18 Happy Meal or whatever. Now, I think you got the quarter pounder with cheese and the large fries.
You got a special toy in there.
You got the toy. I don't know what
he's doing. You used to get cool toys in those Happy Meals too. Really good toys. Like a high quality Hot Wheels. Now you're like, what is this crap?
So what does that mean? I think it doesn't mean there's a recession. I think what people are doing is they're voting with their feet.
Yeah, I think that there's a protest by consumers in the market now.
Like, is it affordable to go out and get $20 lunches anymore for a person making $25, $30 an hour? I don't think so.
Well, now it's no longer baked in. I don't think that any business now can really rely on the fact that it's just like, okay, hey, we've been charging these prices for, the last couple of years.
Yeah, since COVID.
Yeah, I don't think that they can trust. They've baked them in because they're like, hey, well, like people have been willing to pay for it. But now it seems like there's like, hey, I'm not willing to pay for that. So like I'm not willing. I was willing to pay for it a little bit before, but now I'm not willing. Yeah, to bring up the Chipotle example. I'm not willing to go to Chipotle anymore. Like they've lost me as a customer.
Yeah.
And I think that might be happening all over in all sorts of different markets, and I think that could also be, declining sales in general. Well, I mean that's what I've really noticed. And I'm pretty conservative, free market capitalist. But what I've really learned in all industry example, like the profit margins are just too freaking high. Yeah. It's amazing. It's definitely unethical. I mean, definitely immoral how much, especially Wall Street owned businesses are, having their margins to appease shareholders or to grab more of the take from the general marketplace.
Sure. Well, if we bring it back to SEMA, I just think that now that the reputation of Vegas is under question, right, from a value perspective, because you got drinks are expensive, the food's expensive, the hotels are expensive, the fees are ridiculous. You got to pay for parking, on and on and on. So if that's kind of the perspective of all the car people that are going, especially attendees, and of course the people that are spending a whole year trying to get ready, I think fewer people are going to go. I think fewer people are going to attend. I think fewer cars are going to be there as a result. And the expectations are probably going up while the results are going down.
Yeah, right.
The experience is going down.
Well, see, that's what people don't realize is that if you increase the price of something, then the customer is going to expect something greater from you. Yeah. Right? And if you don't meet that, then people will be like, they might pay it. Yeah. But then they're not going to pay it repetitively.
So I don't think it's a negative reflection on SEMA. I feel like
I think SEMA's kind of a victim of SEMA's a victim of Vegas's own greed.
Exactly.
Ironically, right?
I agree. And so I think what I hear is that fewer and fewer builders are going to go spend all that money just so they could have a rollout moment. You know what I mean? A launch moment. And they'll launch it with social media, and they'll launch it their own way.
Sure.
Right? You could launch it.
Why do you need it?
Why couldn't you launch your car down there at San Clemente Cars and Coffee with Simon and Company? I see no reason why you could. Sure. Simon would make a big deal out of that for you.
Yeah.
I mean, do you really need the big show? I guess that's the question.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Who knows?
Maybe not. But enough about picking on Vegas. You know what I want to do, Jay? I want to circle back to tariffs and new car prices. Remember?
Okay.
What was it, 4 or 5, 6 months ago? We did a podcast and we talked about.
We talked about tariffs.
We talked a lot about tariffs, and at that time we had customers hurrying down to the Porsche dealership, getting that last Porsche that was on the lot, or all these German cars and Japanese cars. People were running to the lots freaked out. So where are we now, I guess? I it's not the end state, but things have calmed down. We got agreements with Japan and Korea and Europe now, and China supposedly is done now. Here we are. You know, did it turn out to be a significant big deal? Is it a small deal? Is it, you know, is it all baked in? What are your thoughts about the new car market as it relates to how tariffs have impacted it?
Well, things are now baked in, right?
Yeah.
So it's people are kind of used to it. It's not even as well. You know, the market, the stock market will come up and down.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still not even swinging as widely. If Trump does something on China, the market will like have like a small dip, but it's not going to have like a crash it did back in April.
No. Yeah.
So everything is kind of baked in. And what's kind of funny is that what we see with the ultra rich, right?
Yeah.
I don't even think that the rich people really even care that much that their Porsche costs like another
10 grand more.
Another 10 grand more.
I don't think they do.
No, they're not. Like if you want a new iPhone, and you'll have the means to pay another iPhone, you know, it's the same thing. So yeah, you know, it's another case of just the rich get richer and poor get poorer, and you know, the rich can still afford these cars, and while they might have had some short-term pain, they're definitely not suffering. And I don't think the data shows that car sales are suffering either,
No,
especially along exotic cars.
Yeah, I don't see.
I mean, our place is full of exotic cars. There's definitely no shortage of people buying them.
No, and honestly, I haven't seen any 20 or 30% increases on any particular brand in any part of the world. And so all the high fear factor about prices going up 20, 30% didn't materialize because the administration did a pretty good job of negotiating for, hey, you bring some work and production into the United States, and we won't respond in kind with a high tariff.
See, here's what happened, right? Is that with those tariffs, you know what's happening is that companies are actually eating the tariff cost delaying from bringing it to the consumer.
Right.
Well, because they already know that the consumer's like flexibility is already worn thin.
We just talked about it, right?
Right, we just talked about this. We just talked about this, that the flexibility is hanging on by a string. Like basically that consumers are at the breaking point of where they want to, how much they want to pay. So it's just like the companies probably actually smartly, wisely, definitely saw that.
Sucking it up.
That, hey, we need to eat these tariff costs because there's no way that we can pass these costs on to the consumer without pissing them off.
Yeah, so if the vegetables in your Happy Meal are coming from Mexico and there's a 10% tariff, right? And the cost to make a burger is another 5%. You're saying that Burger King and In-N-Out is eating those costs because they're afraid of spooking the customer.
But in some ways, you know, and to play devil's advocate for Trump, like I think that it's just like it is in some ways like kind of like mafia tactics getting their own taste, where it's just like, hey, if you're gonna gouge the margins to the consumer, then the United States government, the people of the United States are gonna get a taste of that, right? And that's exactly what's happening, right? Because tariff revenues are, you know, way up, billions of dollars, right?
Well,
so
apparently our trade imbalance is like 50% down as a result, roughly. So I don't know if that's true, but I really think that it's just a demonstration of what is leverage. People want to know, what's this word leverage? Leverage is when you got the bully pulpit and you're willing to use it, and a lot of people are afraid to get it out because it's a blunt instrument.
Yeah.
But I think what it's done is created a more balanced trade perspective when it comes to buying and selling cars. It's not a perfect market.
Well, it hasn't really affected the consumer in any way, shape, or form.
Not materially.
I mean, we see the market on an anecdotal basis all the time here.
Great point.
We're full, and every time like we get a week of like 5 cars leaving, another 5 cars shows up like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, even though that there's definitely some churn, but it's always been replacing of itself every time, like clockwork. 3 go in, 3 go out, 3 go out, 3 go in. You know, it's
So I think the good news for cars is the car market's healthy. We talked about used car market being healthy and people willing to buy. We just talked about the new car market really hasn't been impacted by tariffs, and that's a healthy market. And so I think what we're saying overall about the market generally is it's price sensitive, right?
Sure.
Like, hey, people aren't going to be able to go buy a $20 burrito anymore, and Chipotle's getting their ass kicked because of it, right?
Well, it's class sensitive more than anything else right now.
Yeah.
So it's really about you know, who's got the money and who doesn't, right? So it's you know, if you're taking home a 6-figure salary, you're not, you know, hurting that much.
Unless you're in Southern California, and then that's poverty wage.
Yeah, well, right. But you know, the thing that you have to be concerned with, obviously, is you know, the American debt. But that's another podcast for another time.
Podcast, yeah.
But I mean, it's not to say that those cars right now are being financed with cash. And especially since interest rates are going to go down, which is good, right? So interest rates are going down, so that should even be better for the car market in general.
Yeah, we just got another quarter point the other day. Yeah. So I think the car market overall, I guess what we're saying in close is it's healthy.
It's healthy.
You know, you
sell at the right price. If you want to sell at a reasonable price, it's available to you. And you know, new car market is. Yeah, I don't think it's had really any impact on the consumer whatsoever.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jay, been good chat with you and good catching up with our folks and friends out there on social media. Yep. I just want to say thank you for following and being an active participant in all the fun that we have here.
And thanks for all of our media fans out there on all of our social media channels, through all the videos and podcasts and other crazy things that we've made over the last 10 years. We really appreciate all your support, and we look forward to serving you for another 10 years. So
yeah, keep up the engagement.
Thank you so much. God bless you and keep you, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Thanks for all the clicks, man, and the engagement, the comments. Keep them up. Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.